And we're back with Danny's Dehydration Station. Thanks for being here, guys. I was just out shopping and it was absolutely insane out there. So I'm trying to make room in the fridge, and here I have these blueberries that I'm pretty sure aren't going to be used up in the next few days. And they're just at that point where if you leave them for a few more days, you can see they're going to be, getting pretty wrinkly. And they're just on that cusp. So what I want to do with them is I'm actually going to turn them into powder. I know that sounds really crazy, right? So this is my beautiful organic blueberries. I already put them into the magic bullet cup because I'm pretty sure you didn't need any help with that. If you do, let me know. I'm kidding. Anyway, we're going to puree this up. So we're going to make a bunch of noise. If you can, you may want to consider maybe even blanking this part out. But I'm going to do this. Now, I'm not going to get all of those peels completely in there. That's not going to happen. They're not going to be completely pureed, and that's all right. I'm not going to worry about that because once this stuff is dry, I guess I got to move the camera because I'm running out of electrical cord here. My dehydrator. Okay, let me see if I can bring this a little smaller for you. There we go. You're going to see some of my gross stuff over there. All right, so what I want to do is I want to pour this onto a nice clean fruit roll-up mat. Again, clean being the key word. And I like to pour it towards more the center than I do the outside, for the reason being is that it's going to run to the outside, and I really don't want it to, because then sometimes it goes over the lip and then it gets onto the machine and it can get kind of messy. But it looks like I'm not going to have to worry about that today because I don't have that much. So I'm just letting the last of this whoops, almost got the wrong spot there. The last of it just kind of shimmy out, and I think that'll be good enough. And then I'm going to put, remember people, you want at least 4 racks. So I'm going to put my extra racks on top of that. Then I'm going to set the machine, and I'm going to have to take you out of the camera stand to show you that. So I apologize for the confusion on this. I'm trying new things here, and sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. So as I'm trying very hard not to trip over a bunch of cords, we're going to make it to the front of the machine. There we go. We want to set that at about 135. I wouldn't go much higher than that. And we're going to turn that on. We're going to let that go for, well, let's see, what time is it here now? It's 4:15 my time, Pacific Standard Time. Chances are I'm going to let that run all night. I may turn it even down a little bit. But I'm going to come back to you when we get to the part where it's all dried out and ready to powder. All right, so take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. I forgot something. If you're done with the magic bullet, instead of just rinsing that out and throwing it away, throw a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of oil in there, and you've got yourself a beautiful blueberry vinaigrette for your salad. Just wanted to throw that in there because remember why I've said this so many times. You're probably tired of hearing me say it. I really don't like to waste anything. Okay, as promised, we will come back when everything is ready to go. Bye for now. Well, good morning, everyone. We're back at Danny's Dehydration Station. And as I left you off yesterday, I had left this to sit all night on the dehydrator. And that blueberry vinaigrette that I told you about yesterday was wonderful. I used a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of MCT oil. It was just my choice. And I threw some grass-fed yogurt in there, blended it up. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. Anyway, we're back to powdering this blueberry, and you'll find it dries pretty hard to the mat. I've already been playing with this a little bit, but I wanted to show you how I get it to come off. Is I just bend that. I go around and I keep bending the fruit roll-up tray, I guess I should tell you, besides that. And eventually you can just pull the whole thing off. Now, this is about the texture of a nice roll-up. If I wanted to, I could just break this up and leave it as is. But I actually want to turn this into a powder, so I'm going to break up the pieces. I'm going to put it back on the dehydrator. I'm going to flip it up, all the pieces upside down, by the way, because the shape of it, as it dried, it's shaped towards the curvature of the fruit roll-up tray. So if you flip the pieces upside down, there's some curvature going the opposite direction, which gives you a little bit more airflow underneath the pieces, and that will help it to dry more. So let's leave it at that. I'm going to put it back on the machine. I'm just going to tilt the camera a little bit for you. All my racks in there. I did say I was out shopping yesterday, and I found some pineapple on sale. So I've got that going in the background. I'm just going to kind of show you what that looks like. I managed to core it and put mainly rings, but some pieces I sliced too thinly, so that's okay. And even the core pieces, I'm saving those and drying them out, and I'm going to powder those because those will help for a thickening agent as well as flavoring. So anyway, back to the blueberry. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put that back on the dehydrator. I'm probably going to be back in a few more hours, and then we'll get around to the powdering part of it. All right, guys. I hope this is helpful, and we'll see you in a little while. Well, many more hours has gone by. I've lost track. That's okay. It doesn't matter, because when you're making a powder, you're going for... Last time I was checked in with you, it was bending, but now it's snapping. This is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to snap this up and put it into I don't need a big one, so I'm just going to use this little container to break it all into. It's for a magic bullet, which in a minute here, we're going to powder this, and then I'm going to seal it up in a jar and save it. I've done mango powder this way so far, and I did kind of sort of record that. As I said, I'm just kind of getting into this, so I have a lot to learn on many things, like making better videos for you, a little more information maybe, I don't know, but you know how it is when you're just kind of having fun doing what you're doing and you just want to share it with everybody. That's where we're at. So I maybe should have used a bigger jar. As you can see, I'm working to cram this in here, but that's okay, because once we get the blades going on this thing, it's going to be phenomenal. Last few crumbs I can get, good enough. Gonna put the lid on the top here. That alone is going to do some crunching, if you can hear it. I have this thing where I have difficulties, challenges with that. Okay, there we go. Magic bullet, a little bit of noise. And there we go. Let's see if that's all powdered up nicely or not. Look at that. Beautiful powder. All right, so I'm gonna go find a jar. I thought I had one here. I don't. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, a little bit equipped now. Equipped, let's try that again. That's still early in the morning, guys. All right, so like I said, we got the powder. I'm gonna put it in the jar. But I always like to use these little, I don't know what you call them. They dehumidify everything. Desiccant, there you go. Don't eat this. Definitely says do not eat. And we're not going to. We're just going to put it in the jar. I like to steal those out of, supplement bottles and such. Like these, they have those in it. So I needed to open one of those, so the timing was perfect. So I'm going to put that desiccant thing in there. I think that's what you call it. If not, hey, let me know in the comments. I'm still learning. All right. Knock that powder in there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? There's still some pieces. I probably should put it back and do it some more. It's not until you actually get it into the jar that you discover that. So I'm going to do that without grinding up the desiccant. These things happen. You wanted to hang with me anyways, right? What else were you going to do today? So let's just get this done right. Blueberry powder on me. Okay, I think that's got it. Let's double check that. Make sure the desiccant is in there. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's looking better. That's looking better. Okay. Now, if you're wondering why I am doing this, first off, it's way better than throwing away blueberries that would just rot or throwing them in your composter. And that's not a bad thing, throwing things in your composter. That's okay. But this, I'm using for many different things. I can throw this into tea. I can throw this into a smoothie or blend it into some plain yogurt or top ice cream with it. Throw it in a milkshake. If I'm making blueberry muffins, maybe just a tablespoon or so of that in there would be beautiful. And yeah, that's really, oh, sorry, let's just make sure there's no powder on that lid there. There we go. All right, so that's all there is to that. You've got yourself now some nice, beautiful blueberry powder if you're doing this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I like it. Beautiful color. Yeah. Almost looks like eyeshadow. And who knows? Maybe you can use it for that too. I haven't tried it. Not going to, but that's all right. And whatever is left in this here, I'm just going to throw a little bit of hot water and dump that into my tea because I am a teetotaler. And that's how this day is going to go. So I hope this was enjoyable for you. It's probably one of the worst videos I've made in my life for all sorts of flaws and goodies. But hey, you know what the message was about. It was about taking blueberries and turning them into beautiful blueberry powder, and we have done that. So thank you for being here on Danny's Dehydration Station, and we will be back with something new, another episode. Bye for now. Take care and stay safe.